because about halfway through the day, Kelly Slater was pretty active on Twitter. He said, I think the calculator at the ASP World Tour must be broken. I'm not the world champ yet. I still have to win one more heat.
I think he was checking online and saw somebody wrote in, and he retweeted it.
And what did the ASP say?
I'd like to take opportunity to, first and foremost, apologize to the fans, the surfers, and especially Kelly and Owen for the mistake, not only as a sports body, but as a person and as an official too. And we're already obviously talking to implement measures to avoid that to ever happen again in professional surfing, so we can have a clear record from now on.
What's in front of Kelly is a massive draw in Miguel Pupo and Gabriel Medina. He needs to really put on a show to finally clinch his 11th world title.
Well, let's watch this, because this is a serious wave for Kelly Slater. Off the back, looking over his shoulder on his back end. Big hook in the pocket, getting down to the frothy bottom. Off the top, right on the money. Medina, let's see what he has on the inside here.
Oh, beautiful and quick. Frontside air reverse, and he looks in the beach. He says, you guys see that?
We see a nice recovery from Miguel Pupo as he draws it off the top, blows the tail, doesn't reverse, pulls it around forward, showing all that control.
They're both going to be world title threats, and to be the second oldest guy and to be against a couple of the youngest guys on tour in the heat I had to win my 11th in, I think there's something pretty fitting about that.
Since I was a little kid, I was like, yeah, Kelly surf, so I want to surf, and then I want to be like him, I want to be like world champ.
Victory lap there for Kelly Slater. Congratulations. He's and he made it out of that thing? Of course he did. Kelly Slater, your 11th-time world champion, and here comes the crest.
No other sports has a Kelly Slater, you know? Surf is the only one that have 11-time world champ. It seems ridiculous.
He's just accomplished everything, you know, there is in our sport. And so I'd say he's one of the greatest athletes of all time.
Definitely nice to win a title on the mainland. First one, you know, potentially going to be my last one. It's, you know, it's a nice feeling. It sort of feels like coming home.
Today is November 7th, the 7th day of the waiting period here at Ocean Beach. The official call has been made. We could have a potential final day here in San Francisco, and we're looking forward to it.
And looks like up and riding Miguel Pupo, first wave of the day.
We love those heats where you see a huge contrast in styles and generations.
The oldest guy on tour against one of the youngest.
Oh, takeoff, look at this.
Oh, nice little barrel ride for Taylor Knox here. This thing's got a nice open wall on it. Let's see what he can finish off with.
Oh, he's got to ride out of this one, and he does.
He pulls it.
He's pretty happy with that.
Gabriel Medina starts out with a huge floater there.
We've seen both surfers lock in some good scores and some great surfing going down.
You've had him before, and you're going to get him again. Kelly Slater, your thoughts on coming up against him in quarterfinal number 2?
I would try my best.
Look at Joel, a huge floater, and drops and sticks it. Owen's hunting these lefts here. He hasn't looked like Owen right at all in this heat.
I didn't expect, I think, a 5 and a 6 to win, but especially against Owen. But I guess it's what it is, you know, it's Mother Nature.
The level of surfing this year on tour has been unbelievable. These last little back end of these events, guys are going to be pulling out all the stops, and it's going to be really interesting to watch.
Taylor, classic carve out in front, Dean.
Yeah, he just smashed that first turn and that second one. And a third. That'll be a good score.
Unfortunately for Kieran Perra, it looks like he's running the contest. He's probably going to end here in quarterfinal number 1.
But that result is exactly what he was looking for on the One World rankings.
Of course, well, these two have got a bit of history, even though they've only been together on tour for only 4 events. Here we go. Kelly Slater drives, looking for his section, up and over, a little speed floater. Another section, just smashes the closeout. Here goes Gabrielle, on a frothy little monsters, blows the tail. The kid has kind of set the world on fire a little bit since he's made the tour.
Kelly up and riding here. Big float across that section. Looking for the open face. Wraps it in the pocket.
Gabriel Medina yet. Maybe this is it here now. What do we got? First turn, look at the speed on this. There it is. Slot grab. And nails it.
That's what makes this kid so exciting.
Okay, well there it is. So Gabriel Medina takes out quarterfinal number 2.
Wow.
Knocks out the 11th-time world champion.
Pressure is on the California kid, Brett Simpson.
You can see the frustration there, Joe. He's not happy.
Alejo Muniz, the super talent from Brazil, moves on to semifinal number 2.
That was a great looking tube.
Oh, it sure was. It probably looked even better sitting inside of that thing.
Take that, Joel.
Right there, Josh Kerr answers back in a serious way. Great tube ride once again for Joel Parkinson. Way out in front. This is his best performance so far. And our semifinals are set. We have an amazing matchup here of Taylor Knox versus Gabriel Medina, the oldest guy on tour versus the youngest guy on tour.
I'll tell you what, this kid's got some fight in him. You just saw Gabriel steal that way from underneath Taylor. 2 big turns there. Can he find a third? He's going to. Where is it? Drop straight into the pit there, and I don't think even Taylor Knox is going to come out of that.
Nah.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, he did come out of that.
It took a little while for Gabriel to get rolling, mate, but once the Medina machine starts, it's very hard to stop. He really owned the back half of it.
Yeah.
And into his second final in 4 events.
Here goes Alejo now out the back.
Oh my gosh, that was incredible.
Great execution for Alejo Muniz.
Marco pulls into this next little wave.
Gets a little bit of a cover up, then carves his way back into the pocket. We've seen Joel Parkinson really heat up today. So Joel Parkinson victorious in semifinal number 2. He meets up with Gabriel Medina into the final poncho.
That is a cracker.
Australia versus Brazil, a classic rivalry throughout surfing history, is about to get underway. And there's a lot on the line. 10,000 ASP points for a win here, and also $75,000 out of the prize purse.
Well, both surfers have won an event this year, and both really hungry to finish strong going into Hawaii.
Gabriel Medina straight out of the blocks.
Wow. Couple big vertical turns.
What a dream start to his second final ever.
Wow, jams it out of the lip with a little tail drift. Another big wrapping turn in the pocket.
Kid doesn't hold back, does he?
Not one bit. He's just going for the jugular.
Joel Parkinson is behind the 8 ball. He needs to get that high-scoring wave very soon.
Nice little carving whip in the pocket. Another vertical bash. And another big tail blow on the closeout there.
Parkinson, last hurrah. What's he going to do? He's got this section ahead of him. He's going to smash something spectacular.
Gabriel Medina, the champion, winning 2 events after the midseason rotation. Unprecedented performance from a 17-year-old in surfing history. We're talking about rewriting the books with Kelly and Gabriel. He's just starting his first chapter.
Gabriel is amazing, you know, amazing. He's probably the most talented surfer I've ever seen. Coming up against him, he just seemed to have the radar on, the waves would come to him, and I was kind of on the other end of that.
Brazil with a lot of reasons to celebrate because they got a guy like this feeling like he is on top of the world.
I think this year's been one of the more exciting years. With the new kids coming on through the back half, there's a lot of good surfing going on, and I think that's all you can really ask for.
this year's Rip Curl Pro search, somewhere in San Francisco, Funky Cole Gabriel Medina from Brazil!